Hello, welcome to Banyanpro. As part of this demo, I am going to show you as a student how I can access my test and how I can go and attend each test one by one. Let me click a test widget. Currently, there are two tests assigned to me. One is programming using Python, the other one is cardiac cycle. And also there are different tabs available at the top. One is active, inactive, completed, upcoming and all. Active test will contain the test which are currently active for me to take one by one. Inactive tab shows those assessments their end date is already completed which I didn't take. Completed tab shows all the tests which I completed, and if any test which are available in future, which will show it in the upcoming tab. Again, going back to active test, now I am going to attend each test one by one. First, let me start with the knowledge based test, that is a cardiac cycle. When I hover mouse over, it's showing when it starts and ends, what is the duration of the test. And if I want to see more details about the test, I can click a info button where it will show complete details about the test, right? Starts, ends, what is the duration of the test, pass score and description about this test, and important instruction of the test. I'm going to click back button and start attending the test by clicking attend test button. This is the test instruction page where it shows complete list of important instructions and do's and don'ts. The student has to read these important instructions one by one and understand. And also it shows section details, and for this test we have only one section of type multiple choice questions. After understanding the important instruction, I just going to check this checkbox and start my test or the assessment. Once I started my assessment, this is my test view where it shows what is the time of my test and also the different section over here, and each section what are all the questions, and also different legends are available here to check my progress. And I can use next and previous button to move between the questions available, and also I can use mark for later button to mark any particular question and revisit again once I have a time. Let me start with the question one by one. This first question is of type match the following, where the student has to drag and drop the option in correct order or against the glossary, right? So I'm just attending and moving the options in particular order. Once I completed, I can move to a next question by click the next button, and this question is of type true or false, where I have to choose whether true or false option. And moving to a next question, this is of multiple choice questions where I can choose a particular option. And moving to a next question, this is a video based questions where the student has to play this video, understand the concepts and answer the questions by choosing any of the given option over here, right? Once I choose an option, I can move to a next question, and this is of type multiple select. I mean the student has to and choose more than one option given. So I'm just going to choose two options and moving to a next question. This is of fill in the blanks, and I'm going to type the answer and move to a next question. And this is the image type questions where the student understand the given diagram over here and understand the questions and choose the correct option. Let me move to a next question. This is of type descriptive, where the student has to write more descriptive answer. For this question, I am going to mark for later so that I can revisit again once I attended all other questions. And moving to a next question, this is drag onto image type, where image is given with a blocks and also options are given, right? I have to drag this option and place it in a correct position. So let me drag and drop this option in a appropriate place and move to a next question. Again, this is a multiple choice question where I have to choose a single option. So now I attended all the questions and it's showing how many questions I completed and which question I marked it for later, and I'm going to finish this assessment. When I click finish assessment, it's showing a pop-up saying how many questions I answered, how many questions I marked it for later. If any of the question is not attempted, it will show not answered. Suppose if I want to go back and attend the questions, I can go back and start attending, revisiting the question one by one, or I can finish the assessment clicking the yes button. After successful completion of my test, this is the page where it's showing congratulations, your assessment has been submitted successfully, and the report is sent to assessment owner. Now I go back to my dashboard and start attending the other test. I'm going to click this test widget. Now if you look at it, I have only one test. This is the programming type questions where the student has to write a program for the given problem statement. Let me start this test by clicking attend test button. Again, similar to the other test, it's showing important instruction, do's and don'ts, what are the sections as part of the test. Once I understand all these important instruction, I just click this agree to start assessment and starting this assessment. My first question is to write a program to print the corresponding acronym from a phrase. There are different business rules given here which I have to take care when writing a program, and also I have a sample input and output. Now I am going to click solve question button to get the programming editor. This is the programming editor for a student to start writing their programs. The given language to write a program is Python 3, and also there are two buttons. One is a run button and the validate button. Run button will help the student to run his program and see whether any compilation error, and validate button is used to validate whether the submitted program is fulfilling all the business condition, to verify whether the test cases are passing. If not, I can go back and then modify my program in order to pass all the test cases. And also at the bottom, this is the input area where the student has to give a input for the program written by him. And there are different options or the icons available over here. One is the full screen mode, where the student click this full screen mode and then get the editor in a full page view. Also, if he wants to reset the editor, he can use this button, and they can also choose the programming editor theme. Also, the part of this programming editor, as part of this programming editor, we also have a different tabs. One is a question tab where it shows the question and the output window, and also the log, right? Now I'm going to start writing a program using Python for the given problem statement. Once I completed writing a program, I can run this program to see whether I have any compilation error. Let me click this run button and see the output. If you look at the output, it's showing a compilation error saying that there is a syntax error, and also it's showing which line I have a syntax. So I have to go back and see what is the syntax error, correct it and run it again. When I run it again, it's showing an invalid input because I didn't give any input to this program. Let me give input and again execute my program. When I execute, it's showing BPC. So I am getting the expected output, and let me go and see my log. It's showing different logs, and each time when I run it and validate, it's keep taking a log of my programs. Suppose if I want to view my earlier program, I can click the view code button over here and then see my code. Suppose if I want to copy this code into my programming editor, I can use this copy editor button and then copy entire program into my programming editor. So once I completed this program, after successfully completing my program and executed without any compilation error, I am going to verify whether my program is passing all the test cases by clicking validate button. Once I click the validate button, it is showing me what are all the test cases and its description, what is the expected output and obtained output, also pass or fail status, and all my test cases are passed, so I taken care of all the business condition given to me. Now I'm going to submit this for auto evaluation. Let me click yes. Once I clicked a yes, this program is automatically submitted for scoring and the score will be calculated automatically. Now I can go to our next question and start attending this question one by one. After attending all these questions, I can click the finish assessment button and see how many questions are answered, not answered, etc. And then if I want, I can go back and start attending the other question. Otherwise, I can submit to finish. This is the summary report of my test, which shows whether I passed or failed this particular test, when I started, when I submitted, how long I took to complete this test, and how many questions I answered, or not attempted, etc. I can go back to my dashboard and see the other test assigned to me. If you look at my dashboard right now, I don't have any other test to attend it. Thank you.